Hey guys, welcome back to the Walsh Real Estate YouTube channel. I'm your host, Tim Walsh. Today we're going to go over some tips for you landlords to help you rent to the perfect tenant. Let's go. Tip number one is the most important. You need to follow the law. The Federal Fair Housing Act specifies that we cannot discriminate based on a number of categories, such as gender and race. So make sure you know the national and state laws so you can follow them. Tip number two, rent to a tenant with good credit. You should run a credit score check. You don't want someone who's not paying their bills, because if they're not paying their bills, they're not going to pay you for rent. Tip number three, verify employment and income. Call their employer to make sure that they have the job they say they do and that they're getting paid what they say they're getting paid. Tip number four, run a criminal background check. You do not want to be renting to someone who has a violent criminal background, so make sure you do a background check. Tip number five, call prior landlords to make sure that the tenant has a good history for paying rent, and also make sure that they treat their units with respect. You don't want to rent to someone who's going to destroy your unit. Tip number six, choose a stable tenant. When you're verifying their rental history with their landlord, make sure it's someone who's not jumping from apartment to apartment every 6 months to a year. You don't have to go over this process again, so get someone who's going to stay with you for a long time. Finally, tip number seven, trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, then just don't rent to that person. You don't need to have a reason. So to all you landlords out there, remember these 7 tips for finding the perfect tenant, so you don't have to do this process over and over. Thanks so much for joining me. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.